back to another video of Jake's Games, where today I'll be doing something a little different. Not doing a character battle. I am actually going to do a movie edition today. No fight scenes. I'm going to be telling you guys the top 10 best movies that I can rewatch over and over and over again. I do have some honorable mentions, and I hope you guys enjoy this new segment I'm going into. Top 10 best or worst, and today is the top 10 best movies of all time, in my opinion, that I could rewatch over and over and over and over and over again. I really hope you guys enjoy this video and stay tuned for more. So let's just jump right into the top 10 best movies of all time that I could rewatch over and over again. Again, this is my opinion that these are my choices that I pick, that I can rewatch over and over again every day for the rest of my life and not get tired of them. Well, maybe not every day, but rewatch them over and over again and still be intrigued and still laugh, have fun, have the adventure of being with the movie and exploring and doing so much with these movies. These are not animated movies. There will be another little segment that I'll do. I'll do certain movies that are animations, Disney, all that. But there are movies in here that are Disney, some movies that are just for Netflix, some movies are just for HBO Max, and I hope you guys enjoy my list. And let's get started right here with number 10, right here, number 10, Space Jam. Space Jam is number 10 because it is so... I grew up with this movie. I grew up with Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, all, Foghorn Leghorn. I grew up with these characters. I thought they were always so funny. And the way they brought the real life of Michael Jordan for basketball and just the way the story played out, it was amazing. It was great. It had Bill Murray's in it. He's always so funny. The way just everything is going to happen in this movie is funny. It's intriguing. It's lighthearted, it's adventurous, it's a little action-packed. It has everything with it. And it's not like the second one where LeBron James needs the Toon Squad to get his son back. This is where the Toon Squad needs Michael Jordan, a famous basketball player. It has a great adventure of combining other basketball players over the years and combining together to make one good, awesome movie. That's what I so like about this movie. Plus, it's a kid's, who doesn't love the Looney Tunes, right? So, Space Jam, number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is Remember the Titans with amazing actor Denzel Washington, who's the first African-American coach to come together with both genders of classes of Caucasian and African-Americans in the one football team to unite as one. And they call themselves the Titans, obviously. Remember the Titans. It's a great football movie, great inspirational movie, historical, adventurous, and very thrilling. It's a very thrilling drama, and Denzel Washington outstands himself with this amazing performance that he does, with other actors and probably actresses in the film. Number 8, Caddyshack. Classic Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, all great comedians. It's just one of the best iconic movies there are back all the way in the 70s and 80s. This movie's been around. This is what made golf hilarious, fun, caddies. This movie is one of the best movies, comedy movies there is out there. And it's just having those three into one movie. Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, and Bill Murray. Just those guys just riffing line after line after line. So many takes, so many outtakes. Just those other young characters or actors being around these guys, these famous actors, just always having a blast. I could just tell, just me, if I wish I could have been in this movie. That's how funny this movie was. It's just riff after riff of jokes and laughter and iconic lines. Great, awesome movie. Number 7 on this list that I can rewatch over again is Ocean's 11. Not the original in the 60s with Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis Jr. The new version, made in 2002 with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Scott Conn, Andy Garcia, Julia Roberts. So many different actors and actresses in this movie. Pretty much this movie's about how these guys robbed Andy Garcia's three casinos of $160 million because George Clooney's ex-wife, who plays Julia Roberts, was taken from him when he went to jail for committing crimes, robberies, cons, all that. So he takes it out on Andy Garcia and robs the casino. His three casinos. And it's a great movie with adventure, great cast of setting up, thrillers, suspense, a little action drama of how someone's actually going to pull this off. It's a great, great film. Number 6. Let's dive into number 6 here with our first superhero movie, that is Iron Man. Made in 2008 with the famous actor RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., who made his very first appearance of this film, Marvel Cinematic Universe of Iron Man. Jon Favreau directed this film back in 2008, which started off with the entire MC Universe, which is probably one of the greatest franchises of all time. Iron Man kicked it off with this of bad guys, of story, suspense, thriller, action, adventure, little comedy because it's Robert Downey Jr. of throwing little riffs out there, nicknames that he's created over the years of the past. If this movie did not do good at the box office, I don't think we'd have a good cinematic universe today. I don't think we would have. And I don't think RDJ would have been Iron Man at this point. If this movie did that bad, I don't think Iron Man would be RDJ. I think they would have found someone else to play him. Who knows? They probably would have had Tom Cruise. He was always one of the choices to pick for Iron Man and Green Lantern. If you didn't know that, Tom Cruise was one of the main casts for Green Lantern. But we're not talking about Green Lantern. We're talking about Iron Man. This movie is great. I can rewatch it over and over again because that's what the foundation of this Marvel Cinematic Universe started with Iron Man. So it's one of the originals. It's one of the greatest. It's start of phase 1 that leads to Thanos and the big end 10 to 15 years later. Going to number 5. Now I'm going very old here, back in the 70s, early 80s, or 70s, late 70s, early 80s, with The Godfather Part 2. Now, I did like Godfather. Now, I rewatched Godfather Part 2, and instantly I fell in love with this a little bit better than the first one. If I had to rank all 3 Godfather films of how good they were, I think it'd be 2, 1, and 3. 3 was the weakest one, but it would be 2, 1, 3. 2 brings the mob back together. It's all about family. It's all about commitment. It's about doing what's right for yourself and keeping your legend and heroism alive. Great actor, main protagonist, Al Pacino, who plays a great Italian man in this film. It's got a great story. It's got Diane Keaton. It's got everyone. Robert Duvall. Godfather Part 2 made its mark in the late 70s, early 80s with this mob film of family, commitment, crime, sticking to family, never betraying family, all about family. And taking control of everything and having money and everything. Godfather Part 2. Watch it. It's great. You'll all love it. Number 4, going back to superhero, Avengers Infinity War. The big break for Thanos, his big debut in this movie. This whole movie was about Thanos. It wasn't really about the Avengers. It was really about Thanos and him getting the Infinity Stones, which he does. If you haven't seen Infinity War by now, 4 years later, or not 3 years later, where have you been? You have got to see this movie. It's about Thanos getting his Infinity Stones and how the Avengers broke apart and trying to reconnect to come back together to once and for all defeat Thanos. But it doesn't work out in the end because Thanos does snap his fingers at the end because he gets all the 6 Infinity Stones. Action, comedy, adventure, suspense, thriller. It's got its little drama. It's got everything. Different quips. It has everything you need in this Avengers movie. The Russo brothers did a fantastic job directing this movie with Avengers Infinity War. There's nothing more I could say. It's one of the classic movies that are out there. Before I get to my top 3, I'm going to give you some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list, that just missed the cut. There are 3 to about 6 honorable mentions in this video here. For number one, going to another Marvel movie, Captain America's Winter Soldier. This was made in 2014 with Chris Evans' second debut as Captain America in the second, not second movie debut, but second solo debut movie. Again with the Russo brothers, bringing back old, new, past, present, futuristic concepts into Captain America of how Captain America is on the run from S.H.I.E.L.D., how S.H.I.E.L.D. set Captain America up for the murder of Nick Fury. Again, if you haven't seen this movie, where have you been? Why haven't you watched this film? Watch it. It's great. It has past knowledge, and it's got the action, it's got the adventure, it's got the suspense, it's got the drama, it's got the quips again, it's got the iconic line that was used later in Endgame, "On your left." Chris Evans' famous line. Great fight scenes, great combo fight scenes of combat, intellect, and everything, and just trying to save the world like they usually do. For number two, I'm going to go a little Christmassy here, Elf. Will Ferrell movie, Elf, that I can rewatch all the time, every Christmas. A funny movie that you can rewatch. You know the quips are coming, but it's still funny. Great for the family, great with the mother, father, great Christmas movie. All out, funny, fantastic movie. Now, some people have said this, and I've heard this myself, and I think it might be true, that Elf is actually a prequel to Step Brothers. I know what you guys are thinking, because the mother in Elf is actually the same mother in Step Brothers. So it's kind of like Elf is a prequel to Step Brothers. Just think about it, because he goes into the family with James Scott Conn, and the mother was also in Step Brothers. The mother left, or the father divorced or got killed or whatever. I think divorced her because he couldn't take Elf anymore, and then which led to Step Brothers. Just think about that. But Elf is on my list of honorable mentions. Number three, this is where the 3rd to 6th come in, the Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. Those 3 movies I could rewatch over and over again, with the amazing cast of just everyone throughout the movies, of Christian Bale, you got Gary Oldman, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Heath Ledger, Tom Hardy, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, just a whole array of, you got also Anne Hathaway, you have her, just a whole array of awesome actors and actresses in these films that just made the films happen, with the amazing director of Christopher Nolan, who made, and Hans Zimmer, with the great, amazing music soundtrack. Those two together, along with the amazing cast they had, just made its outstanding movies of the Dark Knight trilogy. So let's get back to 3 through 1, my top 3. I will also give you guys the trailer to these movies right after I tell you what they are. So number 3, I'm giving you Wheelman, a Netflix film, straight from Netflix. It's a Frank Grillo film called Wheelman. Made in 2017. I had to keep repeating it because I'm about to play your trailer. It's from Netflix. It is on Netflix. Just type in Wheelman or Frank Grillo. This movie will pop up. It's a great adventure thriller, suspense, awesomeness movie. It's great. I rewatched it. I've rewatched it so many times every day. Bits and pieces of it. I do have to warn you, it's rated R with the vile language and stuff. It's a movie about how this guy... You know what? I'm just going to play the trailer for you so you can see it right now.
What's in the bag? What's your name, man?
I'm not telling you my name, man.
I'll just call you Wheelman.
You know who this is?
I don't know you.
You're driving for me. The other 2, leave them behind.
I'm not leaving them behind.
They're gonna kill you. You better do what I tell you to do, you hear me?
Fuck you, man. I don't know you.
You don't listen to me, you're gonna get hurt. I know you got a wife.
motherfucker. I got his daughter. That's what scares me. What the fuck scares you?
That was the trailer for Wheelman. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Great suspenseful movie with Frank Grillo, who's probably another favorite actor of mine. He's great in it. He just has it all. He's got the body, he's got the face, he's got the stamp. He's just got it. Number 2 on my list is Skyfall. Not a big surprise. I am a James Bond fan. I have been for a very long time. Skyfall is one of the best James Bond movies of Daniel Craig, made in 2012. It's Daniel Craig's 3rd installment of the James Bond franchise. He's making his final film that will be coming out hopefully November, October, September, hopefully in the next couple of months. I cannot wait. It's called No Time to Die. But right now I'm talking about Skyfall, which is everything you need to know about it. And here's the trailer for you right now.
It's gone.
You both know what's at stake here.
There isn't much road left.
Take the bloody shot. What do you say about a man like that?
3 months ago, you lost the drive containing the identity of every agent embedded in terrorist organizations across the globe.
007 reporting for duty.
Where the hell have you been?
Enjoying death.
I only have one question. Why not stay dead? There's no shame in saying you've lost a step.
They weren't targeting her. They wanted her to see it.
Welcome to the new MI6.
I'm your quartermaster. You must be joking.
Also PPKS 9mm short. It's been coded to your palm prints, only you can fire it. Less of a random killing machine, more of a personal statement.
Q.
007.
I want to meet your employer.
How much do you know about fear?
All there is.
Oh, not like this. Not like him.
Just look at you. Chasing spies. England. MI6. She sent you after me knowing you're not ready, knowing you will likely die. Mommy was very bad. The two survivors. This is what she made us. Everybody needs a hobby. So what's yours? Resurrection.
Skyfall. Hope you guys enjoyed that trailer. I'll put the trailers up, and again for my top 3, I'll put Wheelman here, Skyfall here. My top number 1 movie that I can rewatch over and over again is the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, the movie that is 4 hours long, and I'll put that in one of the bottom corners here. But the reason that is my top movie of all time that I can rewatch over and over again, because it has backstory. It has backstory of each character that we couldn't see in the 2017 version. This version that Zack Snyder made was a darker tone. It had like 8 parts to it. It had backstory, it had the action, it had the cinematography, it had the great score, like the music soundtrack. It had everything you wanted. It had the information you needed that you didn't get from the first movie that you got in this movie. And we got to see more of awesome Armor Steppenwolf. We got to see, Desaad, who is Darkseid's right-hand man, or alien, and the big baddie itself. You got to see Darkseid, who is just like Thanos in the MCU. Darkseid is the main bad guy, villain, supervillain, alien in DC. And you got to see the black suit Superman that he'll hopefully be wearing as the DC universe moves on and moves forward. But that is my top 10 list that I can rewatch over and over again. Top 10 best list with 3 to 6 honorable mentions if you want to count the Dark Knight trilogy as 3 separate movies or 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will put Wheelman here. I will put Skyfall here and put Zack Snyder trailer here again. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. And you know what? As the ending video, I'll just give you the Zack Snyder trailer right now.
The bell's been rung. Out in the dark, among the stars, the god is dead.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. I think there's an attack coming.
My lord, this world will fall.
I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
It will. It has to.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right?